Okay, in today's lesson, or course rather, we are going to be talking about internet basics. And internet is an increasingly important part of everyday life for people around the world. So, if you are new to the internet, or maybe you're confused about, um, using the internet, or maybe you have some basic questions you want to ask about the internet and how it's being used on the computer, you know, we'll try to answer some of those questions and also um, answer the questions and get to do some practicals here as you're watching on the screen, and I will take things step by step. Now, first of all, what is the world? What is the web? And whenever you hear of the web, you're still referring to the World Wide Web, or we usually call it web for short, which is actually a collection of different websites you can access through the internet. So as you can see on the screen here, this is Wikipedia website, and I can also access. Let me access Nairaland. Let me access Nairaland. It's coming up. It's coming up. So this is actually. Let me load another one. Let me verify. And okay, so this is also another website. I can go more and more and more and more and more now. And you should know that the website is made up of related text, images, and other resources, and those other resources can include links. And websites resemble other forms of media like newspaper articles or television program, or it can be interactive in any way that is unique to customers. So as you can see, this one is actually a forum. I can even call it a blog forum. So this is actually this one is actually for here. Just you don't know what Wikipedia is, where you come, you search for information. So personally, I do call this place an archive, or there are so many names for it. And you know that the purpose of a website can be anything: news platform, advertisement, online library, or anything. Now, the next thing we are going to talk about is how does the internet work. Now, practical example. Now, first of all, you should understand that that the internet is just a global network of physical cables, which can include copper telephone wires, TV cables, and fiber optical cables, and even wireless connection, like the Wi-Fi and the 3G, 4G rely on those physical cables to access the internet. And when you visit the website, your computer sends a request over these wires to a server, and the server is just simply where websites are stored, and it works like your computer hard drive. So let's say I want to visit nairaland.com, or let's go with another website, y2mates.com. That's actually a YouTube downloader. Now, once I've entered this is the URL. Mm, So once I enter the address and click on send, it actually sends a request over those wires, and it brings out what I'm looking for. So that's basically how the internet works. You put in what you want to search for, you send it, and send it quick. So once you send it, your computer's job is just to request it over those wires, and also to a server. Now, the next thing, since we have now established how internet works, the next thing is how do we make use of a web browser. So for those of us, if you are watching this video and you are not used to web browsers on the computer, I will simplify everything as possible. Now, what is a web browser? Now, You have to understand that a web browser is a type of software that allows you to find and view websites on the internet. So basically, I cannot be able to view all this without the help of a browser. So, and if you're probably seeing this right now, this is actually used with a browser. Now there are over thousands, if not millions, of web browsers over the internet, and like this one is Google Chrome. They have Internet Explorer, we have Safari, we have Microsoft Edge, we have Mozilla Firefox, and the main and countless of them. And now we are going to talk about um, navigating through different websites, using tab browsing, creating bookmark, and the rest. So for the purpose of this lesson, for now, we are going to use Google Chrome so that we establish a basic understanding of how to use web browser. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is URL and address bar. Now, if you observe, every website have a unique address, and those address is called a URL. So it's called a URL, and those URL is just called uniform resource locator. So we'll call this uniform resource locator. Now, it's just like a street address that tells your browser where to go on the internet, and without that URL locator, without that URL or your uniform resource locator, you can't be able to access what you're looking for. So all you just do is to type your URL. So this basically, this Y2Mate that I just keyed in here is my URL. So basically you can just say my website address is my URL. So just take it like, so this is my URL, and these are all these links here are URL. So once I press enter on my URL, it knows what I'm looking for. Now next thing I'm going to talk about is link, and we're going to make use of Wikipedia to explain. Now, there are some times where you're going through articles and you discover that there are some links that are highlighted or marked in blue like this, and once you hover around it, your mouse cursor will change to a hand icon. Now, each time you see this, you have to understand that such things you see, it have been hyperlinked. And once you click on it, it will load another page containing that information that has been hyperlinked. So each time you see things like this, most especially you will see this most of the time in Wikipedia, because it's actually a well of information, so information never ceases there. So once you cover around, you are going to discover that your cursor will change. So and whenever you click on it, it will take you to another page. And next thing I'm going to talk about is navigating button. Navigating button is just simple. Let me say I click on computer network to load another page. Now, this left arrow is used for me to go back to the previous page I was working on. So if I click on it, it takes me back to the previous page. This right one is to take me back to the page I was working on. So just to go back and forth. Why this one here is to reload my page. Now there's what we call, next we're going to talk about is tabbed browsing. Tab browsing. Let me type it here. It's what we call tabbed browsing. Tab browsing. Now, what is tab browsing? Now, if you observe, there are some not even all browsers, majority of browsers you see will actually allow you to open links in a new tab, and you can even open as many links as you want. I can decide to open as many links as I want. Now, by the time I've actually done that, I'm just opening my links in new tabs. So which means I can access my different pages without me closing the page I was currently on. With I can all I need, and for me to actually open a new tab, all I need to do is just to right click the link I want to open a new page like this, and I select new tab. Opening link in a new window will actually open your link, will actually create us another different window that is different for the one you're working on. And now, so that's that for tab browse. So when I do that, means I can browse without actually closing the page I was working on. Now, if I even want to create a blank tab, maybe I just want to create a new blank tab without using my right click, I just come here to this cross icon to prompt me to click on it, and it says new tab. If I wish to close any of the tab, I just hover my mouse around the X and I close. Now next thing we'll talk about is bookmark and history. Now if there are some times whereby you'll be going through a page and maybe you don't want to lose track of the page, now all you need to do is to perform what we call bookmark. Now by bookmarking, all you need to do, what bookmark will do, it will actually save that page so you can always come back and view it later. Now how do you bookmark? Now on the address bar, this is our address bar, you will see a star icon. Now on the star, if you click on the star icon, it will prompt out a menu, a bookmark menu, for you to type the name of what you want to save the page as, and once you are done, you click on done. Now once you do that, your page has been bookmarked. Now how can you access your bookmark page? On the Chrome button, you click on this three dot icon, you select bookmark, and you scroll down till you see the page you just bookmark. So this is the page that we bookmark, computer network. Now next thing I'm going to talk about is how to download. Now there are some links that don't just take you to other websites. There are some links that have just been programmed to just download files. Now let's use this website, abegmusic.com. So now for practical example, okay, so let's try to see if we can download the file. Now if you watch very well on this screen, my internet is okay. Now if you watch very well on this screen, you are going to discover that the download icon has been hyperlinked. Now ordinarily, just like Wikipedia, is supposed to take me to another page, but now it's not going to take me to another page. It has already been hyperlinked to download files. So if I click on it, instead of taking me to another page, it will start downloading my file for me. So that is just it for downloading. Now talking about now the next thing I want to talk about is saving images. And saving images is very simple. Extremely simple. All you need to do is to locate the page you want to save. Like you can make use of this. Right click, select save image as. Now once you click on select image as, it's going to prompt you to type the name that you want. So you can leave it by default, and you click on save. It will save automatically. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is plugins. Now plugins, whenever you come across plugins are just small application that actually allows you to view certain types of content within your web browser. For example, the software applications like Adobe Flash and Microsoft Silverlight are used to play videos, and why Adobe Reader is just used to that. Sometimes you might be going through the internet and you come across videos you want to play online. Adobe Flash is there. You want to read the PDF file, Adobe Reader is there, and you don't usually have most browsers who actually provide a link for you to download it. Now the next thing we are going to emphasize a little bit on is on hyperlinks. Now if you like I said earlier, there are some times whereby you might be going through and you will see links like this, and whenever you see links like that, you should know that is an hyperlink, and basically it will either take you to the next page or it has been hyperlinked to download just to download. So the next thing we are going to talk about is downloading and uploading, though I have actually talked about downloading, which is very very simple. You just right click on the link and you download, and the next thing next is how to upload. Let me see if I can access a Google Drive. Let me see if I can access a Google Drive. I can access a Google Drive. Then let me see. Now there are some basically when you talk about uploading is just for you to you just talk about uploading just says change your files, where you're moving your files from you're sending your data, your file from your computer to somewhere. Now making use of, for example, on Google Drive, I can decide to, if this particular document was shared with me, so I can't upload anything. But if I decide to step out and upload on my own, I decide to come and go through googledrive.com. I have an account, so, and I click on new, I can upload files as I wish, or folder as I wish. So by doing that, I'm sending a file online. Okay, so the next thing, I've talked about downloading, I've talked about uploading. The next thing we are going to talk about is how to use search engine. And with billions of websites online today, there are actually a lot of information online, and search engines make information easier to find, very very easy now. And there are actually various search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing, most of them, and even many of them. But I'm going to show you. This is Google. This is Google. This is for Google. This is let me see if I can access Microsoft Bing. Let me see if I can access Microsoft Bing. This is actually Bing search engine. So I'm actually accessing it from Google. Let me see if I can access Yahoo search engine. It's actually Yahoo search engine. Okay, coming up. Okay, so now let's even run a search. Let's run a search. So I'm looking for the internet, and I go to Google and type internet. Now because there are so many informations online, it just pops up information for me like this. And if you scroll down, you're going to see there are actually millions. And if I even click going down, if I keep clicking down, I discover that Google has millions I can't even access even in the next, I won't finish accessing even in next 1 year. So millions tons of information, and this makes it very easy. Search engine makes it very easy, very easy. This is for Microsoft Bing. Now, and the next thing I want to talk about is search suggestion. Now, I think this happens with Google Chrome. Now, there are sometimes you might actually be trying to search the internet and you type something and things like this begin to come out. All this that comes out is just called search suggestion. And search suggestion are maybe just suggesting maybe terms that might match what you're looking for. So just match what you're looking for, you know. So, and if you click on it, it will start, searching, trying to make the possible words of things you might just be looking for. So the next is refining your search. There are sometimes whereby you might be trying to search something and maybe you're finding trouble because of um, some special characters, or maybe some words. Maybe the information you're looking for has some words that might be popping out several things, and maybe you just want a specific something. For example, just like the example we used in the course, maybe you're looking for example, you just want to, for example, you are searching for recipe on cookies chocolate and maybe you just wanted the cookies chocolate, and it's showing you other keywords that you don't like. um maybe you just want to see information on just chocolate, you know maybe you just want to on just chocolate, alone. So all you need to do is, we don't want chocolate alone, so all you need to do is, okay, sorry. Now you're looking for information on cookies recipe, and you don't want it to show you recipe on just chocolate alone. Now all you need to do is to come beside this chocolate and you give this dash icon and you click enter. Now it's going to show you recipes for cookies, but it will not include chocolate. So, and so that is that for refining your search. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is content specific. Maybe you just want to be specific with the term you're looking for. Maybe let's just see what you're looking for. Now you make use of an icon. Now let's say you also want to be specific with your content you're looking for. For example, you are looking for recipe on sugar cookies. Now maybe you just want for just one for sugar cookies. Now what you do is to keep this quotation mark at the specific content you're looking, or the content you're looking for. Once you give out this quotation marks, you press enter. Now it's going to actually bring out items that deals with just sugar cookies alone, as you can see here. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is making use of the extra search tools. And the extra search tools are just here on the Google Chrome. Maybe I want to refine my search. Maybe I'm not comfortable with what I'm seeing. Maybe I want results that have been uploaded for the past 24 hours. As you can see, for the past 24 hours, it shows me the time. Or maybe I want to, aside from the past 24 hours, I can see click on custom range to maybe select the date. So that's it. So Google provides us with enough tools to actually like look out for what we are actually looking for, and give like I want to extra, like I want to see the exact result of what I'm looking for. It provides everything verbatim. So that is that for internet basics. And now another thing I also want to add, if you're watching this video, it is this. Now you do not get to understand how to use internet at first. It's something that has to do with constant practice. And as an internet user, you have to be very careful of the kind of website that you visit, and mindful of the information you put. Do not be careful so you don't put your personal information or get carried away and put your personal information, so that something bad will not happen. So that is that for how to use the internet.